Hey everybody, it's me, Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie. On this episode of CD Junkie, I'm going to show you what I picked up for Record Store Day, June 2021. And you're going to think, hey Schnee, you're a CD Junkie. Why'd you pick up vinyl on Record Store Day? Because I didn't. I went to a great local store called Esoteric Records here in Sacramento, and they don't participate in Record Store Day, but they're a store that you go to and you just celebrate because their bins are just full of great used LPs, CDs, cassettes, and lots of other great stuff. And I thought that I would go through and I'd celebrate Record Store Day by going to a record store and helping the store itself by buying stuff that was sitting in their bins and loving every minute of it. Every time I go there, which is never enough, I'm only able to make it there maybe once a month or once every 3 weeks. But every time I go there, there's something new, something exciting. These are all great priced because, as you know, CDs aren't really that popular right now. So I got really lucky. I can pretty much guarantee that everything I'm going to show you probably cost about the same as 2 vinyl LPs from Record Store Day. So everything I'm going to show you probably came to the same amount as you paid for 2 full-length albums. And here is the first thing I'm going to show you. It's a 4 CD album box. You know, you probably could think to yourself, Schnee, you should have had that already. Well, a lot of this stuff I did have in my collection, but I've had to trade it away or sell it in order to maybe help pay bills over the years. And I just never put it back in my collection because I still had the audio files. But I had a hard drive crash and I lost a lot of stuff. Now, I've got plenty of stuff in my room to load into my computer, but here's some stuff that I had to put back in my collection so I could reload it all into my system. Here is a Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas 2 CD set featuring 4 albums. Here is an Albert Hammond CD that features his 3rd and 4th album. Dirk Hamilton. If you're not a big fan of Dirk Hamilton, definitely check him out. Very influenced by like Van Morrison. Has that sort of soulful sound with like plenty of horns and stuff. This one I've had, but I've always had issues with it, burning it and putting it into my system. So this is Wingspan. It's a 2 CD set by Paul McCartney and Wings. Cold Blood, a great and legendary funk, soul, blues band from the Bay Area. That's a best of. The Fool, sort of psych folk, great harmonies, and that's on the Revola label, and with 2 bonus tracks. Here is a collection by Tony Orlando and Don, and this is probably the best Eagles compilation. It's a 2 CD set called The Very Best Of. Here is David McWilliams, who is a British folkster, and that's a collection there. The Best of Lobo. Here is a Patsy Cline collection. It's nice to have some of the stuff back in my collection. I'll rebuild it all eventually. The Four Lads. British crooner Matt Monro. He was basically England's version of Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra loved him. He was the guy who actually had the original version of Born Free that Andy Williams later did. Fantastic vocalist. So if you're into like Sinatra, Andy Williams, stuff like that, check out Matt Monro. Here is a Olivia Newton-John compilation. Here is probably the final Moody Blues album. This came out, I think, in the late 90s. And it's on an independent label, but it's still got a lot of great songs. So you should definitely check it out if you haven't heard it. Here is a Keely Smith compilation. She recorded a lot with Louis Prima back in the day. Here are 3 Rick Springfield RCA albums. I had the first 2 on RCA, and I've been meaning to get these, and I got them at a great, outstanding price. Here is the only Steve Earle album that I like, called Guitar Town. It was his debut, and I got that on CD. And then finally, no, I don't believe in guilty pleasures, and I got these at an absolutely stunningly great price, so I thought I'd buy them. They are Barry Manilow remasters. Each of them have two bonus tracks or so each, and that is it. All of this combined probably cost the same as 2 of the LPs that you bought, but you know what? Who's counting prices? You know, this is going to give me just as much joy as those 2 albums are going to give you on Record Store Day. I hope you enjoyed this batch of fun stuff. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little while and talking about my RSD purchases. I really appreciate it. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and to ring that bell for future notifications. And until the next time, remember me, I'm Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie.